How are you doing today? Peter Glad here from Butthead's Tobacco Emporium as part of our live events treatment series. And today we have a very special guest, Nick Perdomo, President and CEO of Perdomo Cigars.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much for coming. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great and happy to be here in Connecticut.
That's fantastic. So what do you do for Perdomo exactly?
Well, I own the company. I've been in business for 21 years, and I have a long lineage. You know, my father was the director of the H-Oven factory. My grandfather was director of Partagas. My grandfather's brother was actually minister of cigar tobacco in Cuba for 45 years, so I have a long lineage and something I have a passion for. And we've done pretty well throughout the years. I actually started very humbly out of a garage, so and we've done all right.
Seems like you've come a long way from that. Isn't Pride, Passion, Perdomo the slogan for the cigars?
That is, yes sir, it is.
Yeah, I found it interesting that those were the specific words you used when you were talking about it too. You can see it's really rooted in you.
It is.
Today we have a great event going on. When someone buys a box today, tell me what they get exactly.
Well, basically on any box purchase of Perdomo today, you're going to get a travel humidor. It actually is fantastic. It really works. I had a picture of my son's car on top of it, but it has its own humidification device, and you get a 5-pack sampler of different Perdomo cigars along with it. It has a suggested retail price of about $75, free on any purchase of any box of Perdomos here at Butthead's.
That sounds great. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the different lines? I understand Perdomo, unlike a lot of other companies, the only difference in any line for the different, well, any brand within the line is they just have different wrappers and the same filler and binders, right?
Depending on the brands, yeah. For example, if you have a Perdomo Habano, we always like to introduce 3 different wrappers. The reason is someone likes a cigar maybe earlier in the day, he'll smoke a Connecticut shade wrap cigar. Maybe in the evening he could smoke something legitimate like a Corojo wrapper, Cuban seed, which is the original Cuban seed wrapper that we grow in the Jalapa Valley in Nicaragua. And if a guy likes something really spicy, maybe late in the evening, we have a nice Maduro wrapper. And our Maduro wrappers are unique because unlike most people, we don't really use Maduro wrappers from Mexico, Brazil, or up here in the Connecticut Valley. We actually grow our own Cuban seed Maduro wrappers, and we ferment them ourselves in Nicaragua, which to me produces some of the best tasting tobacco in the world.
Yeah, I've had quite a few of these guys. I have to say, my favorite is the Champagne Noir. What makes that? It's so much sweeter than a regular Maduro. What exactly do you do differently for
Well, the Champagne Noir, it's a great question. It utilizes a top priming, which we call the Corona leaf, which is on the top of the plant. What's so important about that, it's the thickest leaf because it has the most sun exposure and energy. The reason it's sweet is because naturally the tobacco has natural starch and sugars and carbohydrates. Most people don't use the top leaf because it yields so poorly, but it is the best leaf for a Maduro wrapper because it's thick. It has a lot of flavor and has that natural sweetness. Also, we naturally ferment our tobacco in time. If you steam the wrapper and try to get it dark immediately, you kill all the resins, the starches, and sugars. That's why a lot of people think that Maduro wrappers are brash, which really they're actually smooth and have a sweetness to it, like you said.
Yeah, I have to say the Champagne Noir, it's one of my favorite ones. Smooth, sweet. It tastes like a piece of chocolate cake, and I can never smoke enough of it.
Good. You got to continue smoking. I got to put a kid through college, so whatever you can do.
We'll do our best to contribute towards that today. Good. Anyway, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks very much, and I'm glad to be here at Butthead's. This is a great store, and I think there's more cigars in this store maybe than most cigar factories, so it's a pretty great thing.
It probably is the case. So you can call 203-792-4327 to order, and when you can call, you can either speak to Nick or myself, and we'll help you make your selection. Thank you for watching, and have a great night.
Thanks a lot.